If you have been sensing a deep and persistent disharmony within your being, a quiet hum of anxiety that logic cannot soothe, a weariness that sleep does not seem to touch, know that you are not imagining it. This is not a failure of your mind or a weakness of your spirit. It is the echo of a profound truth, a message from the very core of your existence. You are perceiving a disconnection from the great cosmic breath, the universal life force that animates all of creation. In the ancient traditions of the East, this sacred energy is known as Prana, the vital principle that flows through every star, every stone, and every cell of your body. The unease you feel is your soul's recognition that your personal rhythm has fallen out of sync with the rhythm of the cosmos. It is a sacred calling to return to the source. This is not a sign that you are broken. It is a sign that you are awakening to a much deeper reality. The reality that your breath is not merely a biological function, but a divine bridge to the infinite. And today, we will walk across that bridge together. We will transmute the leaden weight of this disconnection into the golden light of conscious communion. This ancient truth resonates for a reason. If a part of your soul recognizes this echo, honor it in the space below. Your insight is a crucial ingredient in our collective alchemy. We begin by dismantling the illusions that keep us in a state of pranic starvation. The modern world is an architecture of distraction designed to pull our awareness outward, away from the inner sanctuary where true vitality resides. It teaches us to breathe shallowly, to live hurriedly, and to seek energy from external sources that only deplete us further. These are the traps of the soul, subtle yet profound patterns that sever our connection to the universal wellspring of prana. Today, we will bring them into the light and begin the great work of transmutation. The first and most common is the trap of the anxious mind. You know this state intimately. It is the relentless storm of thoughts that loop endlessly, speculating on futures that have not happened and reliving pasts that can no longer be changed. This mental chatter feels like the cause of your suffering, but it is, in fact, a symptom. It is the signature of a mind being fueled by chaotic, shallow, and unconscious breathing. The ancient sages of the Vedic lineage understood a fundamental law. Thought follows energy. Your thoughts cannot be chaotic if your prana, your vital energy, is calm and centered. When the breath is erratic, the mind becomes a turbulent sea. This is the great fire, the stakes of this trap. Anxious thinking is not merely an inconvenience, it is a profound drain on your life force. Each looping thought is a leak in your energetic vessel, spilling the precious vitality that is meant to fuel your purpose, your healing, and your expansion. Over time, this constant drain leads to burnout, cynicism, and a deep sense of being disconnected from your own inner wisdom, your Atma, the divine soul within. The gnosis, the golden truth that transmutes this lead, is this. You cannot control the storm of thoughts by fighting the thoughts themselves. You must calm the winds that give them power. The wind is your breath. The ancient texts teach that the mind and the breath are two sides of the same coin. To steady one is to steady the other. The tool for this transmutation is an act of sacred simplicity. It is a form of conscious breathing, a pranayama. Wherever you are, simply pause. Close your eyes if you can. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose for a count of 4, feeling the breath fill your belly, your ribs, your chest. Then, hold the breath gently for a count of 2. Finally, exhale even more slowly through your nose for a count of 6. Feel the tension, the anxiety, the mental noise dissolving with the outgoing breath. Repeat this just 3 times. This is not merely a relaxation technique, it is a conscious realignment. You are telling your entire nervous system, your entire being, that you are choosing to synchronize with a rhythm of peace, a rhythm that mirrors the calm, steady breath of the cosmos itself. Let us now turn to the second great illusion, the trap of physical exhaustion. This is a weariness that settles deep in your bones, a fatigue that persists no matter how much you rest. You wake up tired, move through your day feeling heavy, and collapse at night, only to repeat the cycle. Society tells you this is normal, a product of aging or stress. But the mystics and the yogis of old knew otherwise. This is the feeling of the body being starved of true pranic nourishment. We have forgotten that the air we breathe is not just a mixture of gases, it is saturated with the very essence of life. This is the fire, the stakes of this trap. When you breathe unconsciously, you are merely ventilating the lungs. You are taking in oxygen, but you are not consciously drawing in the prana that vitalizes your subtle body, your energetic anatomy. This leads to a state of profound depletion. Your energy channels, the nadis as they are called in the Vedic texts, the luminous meridians that distribute life force throughout your being, become blocked and stagnant. Your aura weakens, and you become more susceptible to the low vibrational energies of the world around you. This is not just being tired, it is a slow dimming of your inner light. The gold, the transmuting gnosis, is the understanding that your body is a vessel designed to absorb and circulate the light of the cosmos. Your breath is the mechanism for this absorption. The alchemical tool here is one of beautiful and potent visualization. Find a quiet moment, even if it is just for 60 seconds. As you breathe in, visualize that you're drawing in not just air, but a radiant golden liquid light from the heart of the sun, from the center of the galaxy. See this golden prana entering your nostrils, flooding your head, and pouring down through your entire body, illuminating every organ, every tissue, every single cell. As you exhale, visualize a gray smoke leaving your body, the smoke of fatigue, of stagnation, of all that is heavy and depleted. Inhale golden light, exhale gray smoke. With each cycle, you are performing a conscious act of energetic cleansing and replenishment. You are remembering that you are not a closed system, but an open conduit for the infinite energy of the universe. Practice this, and you will begin to feel a vitality that does not come from coffee or sugar, but from the very source of all life. You know another soul who is navigating this very mystery in silence. Share this transmission with them, not as a mere video, but as a key passed from one alchemist to another, illuminating the path ahead. The third pattern we must transmute is the trap of emotional volatility. This is the experience of being tossed on the waves of your own emotions, sudden anger, flashes of sadness, a pervasive sense of dread. You feel at the mercy of these states, as if they are foreign invaders hijacking your inner peace. We are taught to either suppress these emotions or to endlessly analyze them, but both approaches miss the point. This is the fire of this trap. The Vedic masters taught that emotions are simply energy in motion, emotion. When your pranic flow is erratic and unstable, the energy of your emotions becomes turbulent and chaotic. You become reactive, easily triggered, and disconnected from your calm, observant center. This creates immense suffering for you and sends out ripples that affect your relationships, your work, and your karmic ledger. This isn't a personality flaw, it is a symptom of an unregulated inner energy system. Living in this state is like trying to navigate a ship in a storm without a rudder. You are in constant crisis mode, unable to access the deep stillness of your soul. The gnosis that brings the storm to a halt is this: a steady breath creates a steady heart. Prana is the master lever that regulates the flow of all energies within you, including emotional energy. By consciously directing your breath, you can soothe the energetic waves before they become emotional tidal waves. The alchemical tool we will apply here comes from the science of chromotherapy, the use of color to influence our energetic state. The color blue is universally associated with calm, tranquility, and truth. It resonates with the throat chakra, the center of clear expression, and has a cooling, calming effect on the nervous system. The practice is simple. When you feel the storm of an emotion beginning to rise, find a quiet space. Close your eyes and begin to breathe slowly and deeply. As you inhale, visualize a brilliant, luminous sapphire blue light entering your being. Imagine this healing blue light filling your entire aura, your subtle body, soothing the fiery reds of anger or the murky grays of sadness. As you exhale, see the volatile energy leaving you, neutralized and calmed by the blue light. If you wish to amplify this, surround yourself with the color blue in your environment. A blue scarf, a blue crystal like lapis lazuli on your desk, or simply gazing at the blue sky. You are using a universal vibration to restore your own. Finally, we confront a trap that plagues so many seekers on the path. The trap of creative stagnation and purposelessness. This is the feeling of being blocked, uninspired, and disconnected from your dharma, your soul's sacred purpose for this incarnation. You feel a deep calling to create, to contribute, to express the unique medicine you came here to share. But you feel empty. The well seems to have run dry. This is an excruciating state for the soul, a feeling of existential friction and meaninglessness. The fire of this trap is that it convinces you that you have nothing to offer, that your purpose is a fantasy. It leads to a deep spiritual depression, where the days feel mundane and life loses its vibrant color. This stagnation is not proof of your inadequacy. It is a sign that your creative channels are blocked. The masters taught that creativity is not something you do. It is the natural, spontaneous overflow of abundant prana. When life force is flowing freely through you, creativity is the inevitable result. It is the universe seeking to express itself through you. Stagnation is simply a dam in the river of that divine energy. The transmuting gnosis is the realization that your purpose is not something you must find outside of yourself. It is something that must be unleashed from within. And the key to unleashing it is to restore the flow of vital energy. The alchemical tool we will use here is the power of crystals and focused intention. Clear quartz is known as the master healer and an amplifier of energy. It has a crystalline structure that resonates with clarity and light. Hold a piece of clear quartz in your hand. Take a few deep, centering breaths. Now, state your intention, either silently or aloud. I open myself to the divine flow of universal prana. I allow this energy to clear all blockages within me and to flow freely as creative expression. As you continue to breathe, visualize the crystal in your hand, glowing with a brilliant white light. See that light entering your body, traveling up your arm, and flowing into your entire energetic system, dissolving any dams, any points of stagnation. See it igniting your inner fire, your creative spark. This is not a passive wish, it is an active alignment. You are using a tool from the earth to amplify your connection to the energy of the cosmos, declaring that you are ready to be a channel for its wisdom and beauty once more. For thousands of years, across civilizations and traditions, humanity has understood that breath is the great mystery. It is the first thing we receive upon entering this world and the last thing we release when we depart. It is the constant, the ever-present rhythm that accompanies every moment of our existence. Yet, we have relegated it to the background of our awareness, an automatic function of a biological machine. This is the great forgetting. And the gnosis we are here to reclaim, the very heart of this alchemical work, is that conscious breathing is not a technique. It is a state of being. It is the act of remembering that you are not separate from the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself through a unique point of focus. The air that fills your lungs right now contains the same atoms that were once forged in the heart of a dying star. The energy, the prana, within that breath is the same animating force that guides the galaxies in their celestial dance and pushes the green shoot up through the dark soil. There is no separation. The division between your breath and the universe's breath is an illusion of the ego mind. When you breathe consciously, you dissolve that illusion. You step out of the constricted sense of a separate self and you merge with the infinite. You are not just breathing air, you are communing with the absolute, with Brahman, the ultimate reality. Each conscious inhalation is an act of receiving the love, the intelligence, and the vitality of all that is. Each conscious exhalation is an act of surrender, of releasing your personal will and trusting the divine flow. This is the great work. It is the direct, experiential knowing that you are held, supported, and animated by an intelligence so vast it defies comprehension. Let us enter this gnosis together. Right now, sit upright in a state of relaxed dignity. Close your eyes. Do not try to control your breath. Simply observe it. Feel the cool air entering your nostrils. Follow its path down into your lungs. Feel the gentle expansion of your chest and belly. Then, feel the warmth of the air as you release it. Do nothing else. Just watch. As you observe, a subtle shift will occur. The feeling of "I am breathing" will begin to soften, and a new feeling will emerge. Breathing is happening through me. You are the vessel. The universe is the breath. Stay with this awareness. Feel the rhythm. It is the rhythm of the tides rising and falling. It is the rhythm of the seasons turning. It is the rhythm of stars being born and dying. In this simple, sacred act, you are synchronizing your personal energy field with the energy field of the entire cosmos. The boundary between you and the world dissolves. The anxiety, the weariness, the confusion, they cannot exist in this state of unified consciousness. They are products of the illusion of separation. In this moment of communion, there is only peace. There is only presence. There is only the silent, blissful pulse of existence itself. This is your true nature. This is your home. You can return here with a single conscious breath, anytime, anywhere. This is the key that unlocks you from the prison of the mind and returns you to the infinite freedom of the soul. The journey back to harmony is not a complex, arduous path. It is as simple and as close as your very next breath. You have now received the keys to transmute the lead of disconnection into the gold of cosmic communion. You have remembered that you are not a victim of your thoughts, your fatigue, or your emotions, but a conscious alchemist of your own energy. The tools are now yours. Do not let this remain as mere information. Let it become your living, breathing reality. When you wake, before you reach for your phone, take 3 conscious golden breaths. When you feel the storm of anxiety rising, find your 4-2-6 rhythm and anchor yourself in peace. When you feel the weight of exhaustion, breathe in the light of the sun and remember your connection to the source of all power. You are an alchemist, and your breath is your philosopher's stone. Practice this sacred art, and you will not only transform your own life, you will become a stabilizing presence, a beacon of harmony for a world that has forgotten how to breathe. You are an essential part of the great work of reawakening. Breathe well. If your soul seeks a consistent source of genuine gnosis and a space to deepen your practice, I invite you to subscribe and join our inner circle. The great work is vast, but it need not be walked alone. You have a place here,